Hello and welcome back to my channel. Now I am making a very quick, delicious, healthy meal. I'm making a chicken and peas fried rice and I am using a technique which I have not ever used before and I'm very excited about it. I saw some techniques being used by some Asian chefs and I was very intrigued and I wanted to see whether it'll make a difference and how the fried rice turns out. So that's why I am getting this. Sun's shining and it's quite a light meal, I always feel, but you can add lots of nutrition to it. It's very healthy in my opinion, and that's what I'm making today. But before I start cooking, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. Let's get on with it. So here is the rice. This is only going to take 10-12 minutes to cook, and once it's ready, I will let it kind of cool down for a few minutes before actually making the dish. So yes, if you have some leftover rice, even better. Right, so the rice is cooked. I will give it 10 minutes, and in the time that the rice is cooling down, listen, it's not going to completely cool down because we need dinner, so I can't wait that long. But in that little bit of time that it's slightly cooling down, I'm going to prepare the vegetables and the chicken. And this is slightly different to the way I have made fried rice before on the channel, so hope you will enjoy this new style of fried rice. So I am just going to start with one onion and I'm just going to try my levelest best and chop as finely as possible. And just in case you're wondering and screaming at the screen saying, you should know how to chop an onion. I do actually know it, but I find that process very tedious and not fun. So I stick to my non-chefy way of chopping. Okay, I'm going to get a pan nice and hot. So nice hot pan and just a couple of tablespoons of oil of your choice. Rapeseed, olive oil a little bit. Usually, obviously, fried rice, you're not going to use olive oil. But if you want to, nobody can stop you. So the oil is heating up. The onions have been chopped. And now I'm just going to chop up 4 nice fat garlic cloves. So once this is hot, in goes the onion. Also going to chop up some spring onions as well. So I'll add the garlic. And I would cook this on high heat, but my spring onions are not ready. So I have to cook it on low heat for 3 to 4 minutes while the spring onions are chopped. Okay, the onions are ready. It already smells lovely. I'm just going to chop up some chicken. Now for the chicken, I usually go for the thighs, but I had chicken breast for something else in the fridge for a recipe I thought I'll make. And now I want to have chicken fried rice. So I'm just using a couple of skinless, boneless chicken thighs. As always, I'm cooking for 4 people, so 2 nice big chicken breasts will be plenty. If you are going to use chicken thighs, then make sure that you use 4 because they are a bit smaller usually. And I'm chopping it slightly differently. I'm going to try and cut it into really small pieces like this. Like this. That has had 5 minutes and the chicken is now ready. And because it's been chopped up so finely, this should not take long at all. I'm just going to give it 3 to 4 minutes and I'm going to increase the heat. So I've increased the heat. I'm also going to add a good handful of green peas. This is a great combination, obviously, and this is going to taste fantastic in this rice. And while this is cooking, I'm just going to crack some eggs. Now it's sizzling. Just going to add half a teaspoon salt at this point, half a teaspoon of white pepper, some fresh black pepper, because it's for 4 people, I'm going to crack 4 eggs in here. This is going to give that lovely base flavor plus nutrition. Win-win. And just some pepper, salt. So this chicken has cooked for 6 minutes. I just wanted to make sure every piece is done. It's sizzling away. There's no moisture left in here. And now what I'm going to do is going to remove it in a bowl and get the wok empty so I can cook the rice. Now with this egg, should have whisked it in a bigger bowl. Got this here, and here I've got my cooked rice. Now it's still warm, but I really don't have a choice. So just take enough for 4 people. And if there's any extra left, this is going to go in the lunchbox tomorrow. Now I would use my hand, but obviously as you can see, the rice is very hot and you want to coat the rice in the egg properly, which is why if the rice is a bit cooler or cold straight from the fridge, that will be even better. Just gonna add a tiny bit more. This is enough for 4 people, but just adding a tiny bit more extra for really would like a little bit left over for lunch. So I'm going to take this over to the hob. Once again, a tiny bit of oil. Now goes in the egg rice. And now I'm going to cook this on high heat and try and get like all the grains cooked. And this is a technique I actually saw a lot of Asian chefs on YouTube cooking, and I thought I have to try this next time I make a fried rice. So the reason is to get all the rice coated in the egg, and that is going to give extra next level flavor. I will find out in literally 5 minutes if it's worth it, but I think it will be. And you cook this on high heat and you keep stirring it so it doesn't become a pancake, but the egg gets cooked around the rice. You have to be patient with this because this is going to take a few minutes. I think the joy is to be able to find different techniques of cooking from different kind of cuisines and applying it to your own everyday cooking. And when I saw this technique, more than one chef doing it, I thought, that sounds really wonderful, and why have I not tried it before? So this is the first time ever I'm cooking rice coated in eggs. Usually I would either add eggs and then immediately add the rice and cook it in the pan, or I'll add the rice and then add the egg. So either ways, actually this is looking really lovely. I think the only thing is that you have to make sure that your rice is coated in egg and then you keep stirring it so it doesn't become like a lump. And I added a little bit of salt and pepper to the eggs. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt to this rice now. So I've got half a teaspoon in the chicken and then goes half a teaspoon on this because you'll need a bit of salt to this. You can see as the egg is cooking, the rice is separating. Before the rice was together, and as the egg is cooking on the rice grains are starting to separate. So exciting. I love trying new things. You can actually see the difference in texture. Where it was gloopy, it's actually separating and not sticky. I'm going to give it one last minute. Just want to make sure everything is cooked. Oh, wonderful. Now I'm going to add my chicken and peas. I'm continuing the high heat because I want to get rid of any moisture that's left. Doesn't this look great? Okay, everything's warmed through. I'm going to add a tablespoon of sesame seed oil. Can you see how separate the rice is? Amazing. This is the full quantity. I'm just taking out a small portion. I'm going to add soy sauce to the rest. Just need to get a little bit out. I need some of the rice without soy sauce basically. Right, I'm going to add it to this. And in goes a teaspoon of soy sauce. And I'm just going to finish it with some chili oil. Right guys, there it is, finished with a little bit of chili oil. If you have any good chili oil suggestions that can be found in the UK, then please do let me know. I'm just showing you how hot it is. Because people ask me for chili oil. The one I really like, I can only find it in there is a small Asian kind of shop in town, and they keep very limited oils and stuff, and I found a chili oil there because it's not just chili oil, it's a chili and garlic oil which hits the spot every single time, but I can't find it in any other shop. If there's one that you think is out of this world, let me know in the comments. Let's see if this technique gives me better rice. Oh wow, that rice was so good. There's not much to say. There's chicken and peas and there's egg fried rice. And actually, I'm going to cook the egg fried rice from like this from now onwards because that technique works. There's so much flavor in there. So much flavor. Shouldn't have eaten the second bite. Okay. Guys, I really hope you're going to try this. I really hope you're going to love it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, please. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you with another new recipe very soon. This is great. And I think you could just add some prawns instead of chicken if you want.